from smartneedle. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm so happy to share with you my brand new collection, Little Quackers Contour Collection and Appliqué bag. This collection is absolutely adorable and it is included 3 super cute contour dog designs, each one full of personality. One little quacker is cozy up inside a cup, another one is standing with a very cute flower, and the last one is a precious couple of dogs' faces that are just too cute to resist. And the best part is that the contour designs are also included by themselves, so you can use them in any project you want. Table topper, pouches, towels, quilt, anything you can imagine. And that's not all. This collection also includes a beautiful in the hoop medium size applique bag, and it is just perfect to showcase these little quackers. The bag has that puffy quilted look that feels so soft and full of handmade charm, making it extra special. It is also featured a faux leather handle that give it that really nice professional finish to complement the designs beautifully. The bag is roomy and very deep, so you can easily accommodate a lot of your essentials, perfect for everyday use. And you can wear it as a side shoulder bag or as a crossbody going down to the opposite hip, which make it super comfortable and practical to carry. And of course, you can have so much fun with your fabric choices. The applique combinations you can create are just endless and so cute. This collection is perfect for springtime, bringing such a fresh, happy, and playful touch to all your projects. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're going to hoop one layer of tear away stabilizer and run the first spool color over the stabilizer. Please remember that all my embroidery designs can be done on a single needle embroidery machine or a multi-needle embroidery machine. Okay, after the guideline has been done, we're going to cover it with 3 layers of cotton batting. It's depending of the size of the bag you are using. In this case, I'm doing one of the bigger bags, so I'm using 3 layers of cotton battings. Then keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach the cotton batting to the project. After the tack down line has been done, we're going to trim all around it. After the cotton batting has been trimmed, we're going to cover the whole area with a pattern fabric of your choice. Just make sure it covers the whole cotton batting. Now, keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach that pattern fabric to the project. And then, keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the first applique guideline as the video shows. Now we're going to prepare our applique fabric. This is very simple. Since we're doing blanket applique, I like to add heat and bond to the back of the fabric so the edges stay nice and clean and won't fry. For contour designs, I usually like to use light color fabrics because that help all those beautiful contour details to show really well. But sometimes when you place a light fabric over a darker or colorful fabric underneath, it can show through and we don't want that. So in this case, I'm just going to show you what I like to do is add a layer of fusible interfacing first to the back of the white fabric. This makes the fabric a little more solid so those darker fabrics underneath won't show through. If you like to use the same fusible interfacing I'm using, you can find the link right under the video description at my Amazon storefront. So, first go ahead and iron the fusible interfacing to the back of your fabric. And once that's done, we're going to add the heat and bond on top of that. So everything fuses really well together and give us those clean applique edges. And make sure you press everything really well, both front and back of the fabric, so it bonds nicely and stay in place while we stitch. Now we're going to lay down our applique fabric, making sure it covers the whole applique guideline. Just make sure you remove the paper backing before laying it down. Since I have this piece of white fabric is big enough for my 2 panels for the back, I'm just gonna cut it in half. Then keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach the applique fabric to the project. After the tack down line has been done, we're going to trim all around it. Now keep running your machine for the next spool color. It will start doing the quilting pattern all around the applique fabric as the video shows. Then the next spool color will do the blanket applique stitch all around the edge of that applique fabric. Now we're going to keep running our embroidery machine to stitch all those beautiful contour details. And this is where the magic really happens. Contour embroidery designs are one of my favorites because they are not dense at all. They are very light, which means they use way less thread and stitch out much faster. And what I really love about this technique is the effect it creates. All those thread movements build this soft shadowing within the design, giving it a beautiful 3D look using just one thread color. It's such a smart and elegant way to add dimension without needing multiple colors of heavy stitching. And of course, since the designs are lighter, they are much faster to embroider, which make the whole process even more enjoyable. As you can see, our bag have a beautiful ruffle at the top, which make it super cute when you open it and close. Let me show you how I create this ruffle very quickly. I start by cutting a piece of fabric that measures 3 inches wide by 20 inches long. Then I iron the fabric and fold it in half lengthwise to give it a nice clean finish. Next, I'll take a piece of thin white elastic and use it with my sewing machine to create the ruffle. Just look at the video. The elastic gathers the fabric beautifully and make this soft, pretty detail. This ruffle piece is long enough for both back panels, so once it's done, I just cut it in half and use one piece for each panel. And I do want to apologize with you guys. In this video, I forgot to add the ruffle to my first panel. But don't worry, I'll show you exactly how to do it when we work on the second panel, which is coming next. Now we're going to cover the whole embroidery project with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. And then we're going to make sure the wrong side of the fabric is facing you. This piece of fabric is the lining of your bag. Now go ahead and keep running your machine for the next spool color. This step will stitch the tack down line that attach the back fabric to your project. This tack down will also leave an opening so we can turn the whole panel inside out later. Once that's done, go ahead and unhook your project and we're going to trim all around it, leaving about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. In the area where the opening is, make sure you leave a little extra fabric since we'll need that to tuck it inside and close it later on. Now go ahead and turn your panel inside out. Take your time to shape those corners really nicely and then press it well on both sides, just like you see in the video. Finally, tuck the opening fabric inside and just like that, your first panel is all done. Here I'm going to show you really quick how I made the Faux Leather handle. I simply cut a long strip that measured 3/4 of an inch wide by 36 inches long. You can definitely make it longer if you like. It really depends on how you want to wear your bag, whether it's more of a shoulder bag or a crossbody. The Faux Leather I'm using is just perfect. It's not too thin, not too thick, and it's very easy to work with. And the color and quality are really beautiful, especially for the price. If you like to use the same Faux Leather I use for all of my projects, you can find it in my Amazon storefront, and I have the link right under the video description. Okay, now we're going to do the second panel for the bag. It's pretty much the same as we did before. The only difference is that the contour embroidery design won't be here. Okay, open the second embroidery file. Hoop one layer of tearaway stabilizer and run the first spool color over the stabilizer as the video shows. Then cover the whole guideline with 3 pieces of cotton batting. And then keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach the cotton batting to the project. After the cotton batting has been done, we're going to trim all around it. Now, after the cotton batting has been trimmed, we're going to cover the whole area with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. Just try to use the same fabric we did on the first panel so the back and front panel will match when we close the bag. And then keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach that pattern fabric to the project. And then the next spool color will do the first applique guideline as the video shows. Now take the other piece of applique fabric that we already prepared on the first hoop. Go ahead and remove the paper backing from the heat and bond, and then place the fabric over your project, making sure you fully cover the entire applique guideline, just like you see in the video. Keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach the applique fabric to the project. After the tack down line has been done, we're going to trim all around it. Then the next spool color will do the quilting pattern all around the applique fabric as the video shows. Keep running your machine for the following spool color. It will do the blanket applique stitch all around the edge of our applique fabric. Now I'm going to show you how to add the ruffle at the top of the panel and the 2 leather tabs that will hold the back handle. This step is very simple. For this, I like to use double-sided wash-away tape. And let me tell you, this tape is a total game changer. I absolutely love it for all my projects because it makes everything so much easier and cleaner. I use this tape anytime I need to hold something in place inside the hoop, like tabs, zippers, ribbons, and in this case the ruffle fabric and the leather tabs. If you like to use the same wash away double-sided tape I'm using, you can find it in my Amazon storefront and the link is right under the video description. Just go ahead and place the tape at the top of the back panel right above the stitching line and also along the side of the panel, just like you see in the video. Then place the ruffle fabric at the top and the 2 leather tabs on each side, positioning them exactly as you see in the video. This will hold everything in place while the machine is stitching it down. Now we're going to cover the whole project with a piece of pattern fabric of your choice. Just make sure the wrong side of the fabric is facing you. Then keep running your machine for the last spool color. It will do the tack down stitch to attach all the fabrics together. And then this stitch is going to leave an opening so we can turn the panel inside out once it's done. Go ahead and unhoop your project and we're going to trim all around it, leaving about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. In the area where the opening is, make sure you leave a little extra fabric, since we'll need that to tuck it inside and close it later on. Now go ahead and turn your panel inside out. Take your time to shape those corners really nicely and then press it well on both sides, just like you see in the video. Finally, tuck the opening fabric inside and just like that is all done. As you can see, our 2 panels are beautifully done. Now we're going to sew them together. So you can do this either by hand sewing or using your sewing machine. I made my bags using hand sewing and it took me about 10 minutes. It's really fast and very easy to do. As you sew all around, make sure you also catch the ends of the ruffle fabrics and secure them together, just like you see in the video. And that's it. Once everything is sewed together, your bag is ready and looking absolutely adorable. Look at them! I made 2 of them to showcase your little Quackers contour designs, and they are just so beautiful. I absolutely love the ruffle details at the top. When you open and close your bag, you'll see that soft ruffle all the way around. Such a lovely little detail that make it extra special. And those leather touches, like the handmade tags and the handle, really bring the whole project together. It is so cute, so puffy, so quilty, and full of that beautiful handmade charm. Now go ahead and take your leather handle and follow along with the video. It is very easy to add. Just slide it through the leather tab on each side and then tie a knot at each end of the handle so it stays secure in place. And just like that, your bag is complete. Look how roomy they are. They are tall and very spacious, perfect for holding all your essentials. And remember, they come in 4 different hoop sizes, so you can make the size that works best for you. Is so convenient. Their vertical shape allow you to carry taller items with ease, which make them even more practical. And not to mention how cute they look when you wear them. They are just perfect for a springtime. I also love how the fabric choices and leather details come together, giving the whole project that beautiful handmade craftsmanship look that make it feel so special. They are also perfect for gifts, party favors, special occasions, craft shows, and so much more. You can make a few in different fabric and colors, and each one will look completely unique. Such a fun and creative project to make and share. Now it is a fun time for our sweepstake giveaway. I am so happy to give away so beautiful goodies so you can start creating your very own little Quacker bag. I'll be giving away a very large piece of faux leather, perfect for your bag handles and details. A light purple sewing tool organizer, such a pretty spring color, and a package of 4 fat quarters fabric from Moda with its excellent quality and the sweetest spring colors, just perfect for this project. To enter this giveaway, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and please leave a comment below this video. No purchase is necessary. This giveaway is not a sponsor or affiliate with YouTube in any way. The winner will be selected at random. Please make sure you subscribe and have notifications turned on so you'll know who's the winner because it might be you. This giveaway is open to US residents only due to shipping charges because international shipping is really expensive. So sorry about that. Thank you so much for participating and good luck to everyone. This project is just so special. I love how these little quackers came out with these sweet little faces and all that beautiful contour details. And the bag is so puffy and roomy and full of that handmade charm that we all love. With the ruffle at the top and those lovely leather accents that really bring everything together. It's one of those projects that is not only fun to make, but also so practical to use or gift. Perfect for springtime, craft shows, or making something truly unique for someone special. Thank you so much for stitching along with me today. I truly love creating and sharing these projects with all of you. It means so much to me to see what you make. So please send me pictures. I would love to see your little quackers come to life. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps Smart Needle channel to grow. Stay safe, stitch a lot, be creative, have fun, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.